Okay, you guys, this is the one I just uploaded. It's 2:56 on here. And let me see what I have it set on. I have it set to at 0.5. And so this was already like done in a double or triple fast speed just to get, to get through it, because you can see it better, like their movements and stuff. But right here, this is the first time I've noticed this. So if you're looking off to the furthest upper, I bet I have my hair in my mouth. I can't get it out of my mouth. Okay, there we go. The upper right-hand corner, you're going to see that's the walkway that goes down to Linda Lane, like literally right down to the dumpster. And that's also that other video I did where it shows those two cars. There's a Jeep, right? There's a Jeep, and then there's like an SUV or something parked there. And that's where those two people are. What I could tell was 2 or 3 that I could actually see, but I'm sure there was more because all the movement around and behind of the vehicle. But this is where they're moving from. So if you see the little the dot lights that are coming, it's almost so what I've noticed on this difference mode is it's almost like that, like what I used to say, how I used to describe it would be like breaking open a glow stick and putting it on the bottom of your feet, and then walking, and you'll leave like a trail of light, and it'll get dimmer and dimmer as you dissipates, right? So this is what I'm seeing on this right here. Is at upper top, you can see where someone has walked. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 footprints, and they're coming from the dumpster side of Linda Lane, and they're coming towards like, well, I think there's a vehicle there. I really do. There's something there. I feel like they're loading something into a vehicle, which is what is really sickening, but I think that's what they're doing. And I also think there's a vehicle. So if you go, like, look at the middle SUV, if you can tell which one that is. I mean, I watched it so many times I can tell, but it's just in between the 2 poles there, right? Well, if you look just to the left of it, you'll see those 2 dots of light going to where that one vehicle is that pulls out at 4:25, I think it is. Yeah. So so there's going to be lots of movement here for a second, or actually for a while. Actually, there's so much going on in this thing. But if you look down, this is the part I did not notice. Well, I didn't notice. I mean, I noticed all the lights coming from the Linda Lane, but I did notice just like that 6 right there. I've been wanting to explain that. And there's also another one a little bit later that you can see them walking across from the Queenside apartment parking lot towards all the way to the left side of Linda Lane, and you can totally see their footprints as they walk. It's just weird, and those almost leave like tracers too. Okay, but here's what I want to show you. So where the 2 SUVs are, the 2 black SUVs on the way to the right of the screen, at one point here, like actually to me right now, it looks like I see 3 guys standing there. But here in a little bit, it looks like someone is standing like almost on top of the SUV or on the back. Well, it looks like it right now, like on the back by the tire. It looks like someone's standing there. But that one standing there is going to turn around, and it looks like they have a camera in their hand. And like they're taking a picture of the camera, the actual camera, like what we're looking at. It's weird. Almost like I can see a flash and everything. And then you see the face turn. You can tell, you can distinguish kind of a face. And then they turn back, and then everybody looks. It's weird. It's like you can see all of them there all of a sudden. God, this is such a weird case. Okay, let's turn it back up again. Okay, so another thing I want to explain to you right now too is that when you see it do this and you can't see you can't see very much. Well, when it's the darkest mode, you can tell that someone is, like, there's literally something coming down in front, like something black. I don't know how they did it, but it. So if you look in that area and you kind of look through their little whatever they've got that's blocking it, you're going to see so much movement and so much light, because I feel like why they're doing it this way is because it was too much to scrub out of the film, and so they just have to block it with something. And man, you can see, like, I mean, they're moving, whatever they're doing. They're moving. You can see lights, flashlights. You can see all sorts of stuff, and you can hear things moving too. It's creepy. Yeah, pretty sick. See, that looked like the last two times it just looked like a fob, clicking the key thing and then your lights kind of like GT. That's what that looked like, and that's what they're trying to hide. It's like there's definitely cars, at least one or two cars packed back there, but there's also, if you go all the way to the left of the screen, kind of in between the two darker spots right now, I believe there's a vehicle parked there too, and I think that it's facing this direction, like the headlights are facing us. But yeah, this is crazy. Yeah. If you look at the bottom left of the screen where that car is, you can totally see people there right now. You can see them smoking in there too. You can also see them, if you zoom in good, you can see people crawl in and out of the back seat, and you can see their heads moving and everything. And then right next to that pole that's right next to that car, I believe there's someone standing right there. Because sometimes they'll even turn around and you can see their eyeballs. It's weird. And I think there's people in all these vehicles. It's just, this thing is so crazy. got that spot really blocked off. The upper right hand there. So it's what, 30, it's hard to see in this light, what, it's 3:08. So if you watch this, you're going to see the movement from the Queen area over to where Linda Lane is on the other side, on the upper right hand corner, and you're going to just see a group of guys. I mean, you can see them all standing there right now. You see just little dots in that circle. You know, it's actually in a circle, half circle. And then on both sides, it's a little bit lighter. That's what's cool about this difference mode, is that when anything moves, it lights up. And I mean, besides like the vehicles, like I'm talking like if they have a movement of light on them or anything like that, or movement around them, they'll light up as well. It's really interesting. But here in a minute, they're going to hoop and holler, and it just makes me cringe every time. And it almost looks like someone's sitting on the roof of that SUV right now, in the middle. Weird. Maybe it is. Okay, they're walking over now. And Murphy's there too. Look, it looks like all those guys are staring at the camera right now. God, that's weird looking. What do you guys think that squeaky sound is? And then the one where the guy, what sounds like someone's walking up and they're almost like dragging like a foot or a leg or something, and they're grunting. It's almost like they're grunting. They're going oof, 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 so kind of like that. And then I don't know. There's a bunch of parts in here where this one is talking to himself. I swear to God, all I can picture in my head is Jack D. Well, because he calls Murphy for one, and then after that he says, "Damn it!" in the camera, and then he says, what do you say? Oh, he says, you're so good, or you're so great, and I'm just like, what is that all about? I mean, that just is creepy. Look at all those people. Just hear that like thud, like somebody put something in the back of a vehicle. Okay, up in that upper right-hand corner, in between where that little walkway goes to the Queen Apartments. Watch all the flashes through there, like they're um, communicating with like flashlight, but it almost looks like it could be like a cop flash thing. Oh, so it is what, 3? Sorry, I'm just woke up. I'm tired. Still, I might go back to bed. What's it say? It is 3:08. Can't really tell. Oh, 3:13. So any minute, the guy's gonna be walking up in the corner there, the one that walked down Linda Lane from Taylor Avenue and towards the dumpster. That I swear he put something in that dumpster, or he took because he took something out of the front part of, like the pocket on a hoodie sweatshirt that goes all the way across. This one big pocket. He took something out of that, and it almost looks like it could be like a VHS tape, like a tape of some kind, but I mean that one, I swear it looks like a weapon. I mean, it did to me, and I didn't add or change. I just put a little bit of filter on. That's all I did. I never added anything to these things, unless you guys can know what it does when I'm adding like text or emoticons or something. Then it's pretty obvious, but that's the way I want it. I want it to be obvious. I don't want you guys to think I'm putting anything on there, because I'm not. And I would definitely tell you if I was. So, I mean, I'm not out to trick anybody from anything. I mean, that would just be dumb. But see, over here, all the way to the right, too, you're seeing that light over there by the upper right. That's, I'm left, that's Queen, like in between the two Queen Apartments, that walkway. So, down at the bottom, you've got the person right by the car. And, I mean, they're still messing. There's still that big blob, that black blob that's covering that area that you say you can't see anything, or they think you can't. I actually feel like I can actually see it better, because I'm seeing so much light behind it, and their movements. They're not hiding the movements up top, where they're coming from the house all the way off, on Linda Lane at the very back. That is no wonder that sound carries like it does. It makes total sense now. Nuts. And they're moving. Right there, that light right there. It's almost like a flashing Christmas tree. And then the car on this side does it back to him. This part right here. that notification. I just thought that makes me think that, what if that was a police officer that was maybe hurt? And that's his beeper, like cop beeper or whatever they have. And it's notifying that he's hurt or whatever, because it sounds like someone is having a difficult time like breathing, and almost like they're like almost like jerking their body a little bit, like almost like they're like almost on the verge of dying, like jerking it and thumping it, and unable to control their body, their movements. But the breathing thing, like, kind of like trying to gasp for air, is kind of what that sounds like to me. Like maybe they got hit in the lung, or maybe punctured a lung, or something like that. And then that notification, and then there's the other one that's that notification where there's a and then it's just like this one was, and then you can hear "help me," and it's like it's scary "help me" too. It's not like a well, I guess pretty much they're all scary. But another thing is, who is the damn person running around saying boo and scaring everybody? That's who I want to know who it is, because that's the one I believe that's the one that is the deadly one. Because why I say that is because that person has no empathy. Running around saying boo in the middle of something like this, what's going down, and scaring people, like it scared Murphy at one point, scared the girl, and I think he does it like 3 times at least. I know of 3 for sure. So that person is the one you'd be looking for, because they don't, like they're probably not scared ever in their life. Like nothing probably ever scares them. Like no one could sneak up on them and scare them, because they just don't have that feeling, But they also don't have the feeling what they do to other people. In fact, they think it's funny, and they do it on purpose. And it's sick. And I know this because I grew up in a narcissistic family, and my brothers both like to do that to all of us, especially to me, because I get startled so easy. And yeah, look at those 2 lights over by Queen Road too, 2 bright ones. So they're moving, and whenever they're moving something and they're carrying something, it's a lot brighter. Okay. See those screams in the background? Those things are covered up. There's screams everywhere in the background. So I'm going to back this up a little bit. This might even be 3 different dogs barking. So hold on just a second. screaming. More screaming. Help me. See, that was a different dog. And now that's only Murphy. And that's the other dog. Yeah, that's a different dog. Did you hear him say Murphy? Or Murphy. It scratches like a dog. And it goes through the house on Linda Lane. It looked like it just ran past the car in that SUV. Wow, that's crazy. I'm so great. So I think they put Murphy in a car.